Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is Divine Eye Mystic Tarot. Back with another general reading. What's going on, collective? Thank you guys for returning. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is a general reading, so any sign can be significant. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. The entire reading may not resonate with you, and that is absolutely fine. Okay? Make sure you have done your return to senders. Keep your vibration high. Keep your thoughts positive. Make sure that you're praying for each other and not on one another. Okay? This could be past, present, or future energy. Gender is also fluid, so if I'm talking about a he, I could also be talking about a she. All right? Don't make something fit that doesn't. All right? If this reading doesn't apply to you, maybe some of the others will. All right? No biggie. For those of you that have liked, shared, and subscribed to my channel, hugs and kisses to you. Glad for you. I very much appreciate everything that you guys contribute to my channel with the genuineness that comes from it. Outside of that, I don't, you know how I do. I don't respond to it. I don't even entertain it. That's just how unbothered I am about a lot of stuff. So when you know, you know. But in the meantime, between time, we're going to go ahead and get into this message. I'm going to get a few cards and get a message out. But overall, hopefully the message resonates and or is helpful. But thank you guys so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. I really do. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The message for my collective in 3 cards. The message for my collective in 3 cards. The message for my collective. Holy Spirit and angels. Give me 3 cards for this message. First card, you got when it rains, it pours. All right. Next card, you let your D game go to your head. Somebody let their D game go to their head. Somebody thought it was about their wood. Or they thought that, you know what I'm saying, that wood had to pull. So, next card, he won't let go because he wants you to wait on him. So somebody keep playing around, fucking around in your energy. Like you could probably feel them, in your energy when it comes to your thought process or whatever it is that may come as a reminder or give you some reason, to think of this person. Whether you want to or not, that's how you know that person is in your energy. I know a lot of times people, I think about somebody from their high school years or something like that, it's because mainly your name or something may have came up in a conversation or something like that with someone. But at the end of the day, it's about, energy. Okay? So no matter where they are in the world, wherever they at in their life at that time, if your name or a moment in time, comes up, the universe has a way of letting you know you want somebody's mind. You know what I'm saying? And somebody's, or whatever that situation or whatever dream, may occur, is the universe, your ancestors' way of letting you know, You know what I'm saying? That somebody is thinking of you, talking about you. Um, the top of the deck, you got revolving door. So this could be somebody that may have always, came back around after a certain amount of time, or something that's a pattern with somebody. It's a reoccurring pattern. It's like something that somebody, will do for a while. You know how somebody will say, devil. Like, for example, um, somebody will have like addictions, or they'll have like a certain way about them, when they going through something, or if something occurs, they like, oh, don't call on that person, because if they do this, they see that, or they hear about this, they gonna do this, and then right after that, they gonna do this. It's like somebody already know, like, oh, it's gonna go well for a while, and then you gonna start seeing this, and it's like when somebody knows somebody more better than they know themselves, but they hoping that whatever it is they actions are, that you won't catch on to it. And if they thinking and hoping that you don't, that's a telltale sign you already have. But that is not gonna stop them from coming towards you to repeat something. You know what I'm saying? Something that's a repeating pattern. Like if somebody constantly fall out, with another one situation here, they go right back and deal with maybe somebody they know they already had an issue with in the past. Because I'm getting somebody like maybe had a co-worker, or they had somebody that, I'm just use it as an example. Somebody may have had a co-worker, right? That they know is missing. They know that person, ain't somebody that they can really trust with, some real important information. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's about you, whether it's about other people, somebody else, or something like that. And they know they shouldn't be talking, to that person about other people's business and stuff like that, or share something with them, but then you take it upon yourself, or somebody, get them the benefit of the doubt one day, because they want to just talk about it, vent about it, or whatever, and they fuck around and choose that person. Boom, they do that. They start talking about whatever that is later on, not even, within that, not even the next day. They done heard about it already. Like somebody done brought it up, that they brought that up to that person, or they mentioned something to you about what you got going on, or something that was said that you said to this person, but you immediately reminded of why you didn't fuck with that person, or why you felt that way about that person in the first place. But you already said what you said to them, and it already done got out. Okay, whatever the excuse is for bringing up what you told them, whether you told them not to tell somebody, or whatever the case may be, or they know how you feel about that, when you hear about it again, you already know where it came from. But it's also a reminder of, I should have never told that person, because I know how they is. That was my fault. That kind of thing, But right here, like, somebody looking at how bad something is at one, at a time where they may not have had a full recollection of like how something would have turned out until it happened. Like somebody fucked around and found out. You know what I'm saying? But this revolving door at the top of the deck, like this is, somebody coming around and only being there for a short time, and then they elsewhere. They gonna go somewhere else and do it to somebody else. But their intentions is to come back around and maybe drag you into a slump, trying to help them, and then they take off and leave you to pick up the pieces. Cause it's like maybe somebody want to come back around to see just how well off, or how established you are right now. All right. I would say people do weird shit, but it ain't weird. It ain't weird. It's just, at the bottom of the deck, you got being exposed as a hater. So whatever it is, somebody issue is with you, or whatever it is that somebody, um, upset about, or feeling some type of way about, as far as jealous or envious about some man or woman, they being exposed as a hater. Like somebody looking at them like, damn, you always got something negative to say about that person, or you always bringing that person up, or you always using them as an example. Like damn, like, move on. You know what I'm saying? That person probably ain't even studying your ass for real. It's like that. And you thinking more about them, or you speaking more on them than they is of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, who really bothered? That's what I'm getting. I already pre-shuffled, but I'm gonna shuffle one more time, and then we're gonna go ahead and clarify. But when it rains, it pours. Like, somebody now realizing, if something wasn't bad at one time, if they thought something was bad before, shit, it's worse now. Because whatever it is going on, it's getting worse. Yeah. Most important shit. Somebody don't let they D game get to they clarify. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. What's this about? What is when it rains, it pours? What is that about? Clarify. You have the King of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Yeah. Somebody was not expecting something to turn out the way it did, especially if they had plans, to make, like if somebody made arrangements or plans to do something, go somewhere. It's like somebody not dealing with delays, or they dealing with setbacks, possibly even having to go with the flow or something because they have to like prioritize, like rearrange, what they original plan was because of something they did not see coming. Clarify the King of Swords. When it rains, it pours. Clarify the King of Swords. When it rains, it pours. Clarify the King of Swords. That's the Chariot. With the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Leo energy, you got Cancer out here with the Chariot. Somebody moving forward when it comes to them possibly like working through whatever issues they know they're gonna be faced with this Chariot, but it's like somebody actually having to work on things within themselves, especially if somebody had like this King of Swords. It's somebody that they can be astute, business person, don't have to be business minded even, but this is somebody that, is very clever, at how they see things, or, if they want to manipulate a situation or something like that, like somebody knows, they can read something very well, like when something is going on. But at the same time, can be somebody that's very firm, when they make their decisions, just like a Queen of Swords. Like somebody, this is somebody that, exemplifies boundaries, stern in their decisions, you know what I'm saying, their commitments, but also, somebody that has a level head, like they got a lot of common sense, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is, somebody moving forward, knowing what they have to deal with or what they're going to accept, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to who they dealing with, the people they deal with. But it's like somebody having some type of challenges that they know they gonna have to be prepared for moving forward. Possibly with a Queen of Wands, that they may be, having some memories of, some nostalgia about somebody, possibly even from their past or something like that, that they have kids with, don't have to be, or just, a lot of, memorable memories, like, some very playful but also intimate memories, with somebody. But I feel like that's something that, they thinking about more or less, because they may have contributed some things in the memories that is either causing them to have to face whatever some of those situations that could have been better. They're gonna have to face that moving forward. Whether it's things that they gotta, be aware of about themselves, and realize, exactly where they came from and why they allowed it. You know what I'm saying? Like people will say, cheating on someone is a choice. Like nobody forces you into doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like you make that decision all on your own. Like some people say, well, if you wouldn't accuse me of cheating, I would have cheated. But it takes action to do something. It takes action. And if nobody led you, in the direction of, you know what I'm saying, taking your clothes off or inserting yourself, you know what I'm saying, in a situation, in somebody. Either way, it takes action, you know what I'm saying? And it starts where the mind is. If your mind is, you know what I'm saying, geared toward, well, I'm going to go act on what they said because they said it. Well, you made, a manifestation that somebody, you know what I'm saying, or whatever somebody's mind's eye was showing them, you went and made it so because it's in you to do it. But not having any self-discipline or self-control makes it even, even more manipulative, because just because somebody said it, it's like somebody saying, and that's why it's a form of spell work, to speak ill on another person. But when your mind's eye shows you something, you don't have to repeat it. You don't have to even say it. But this is something somebody got to deal with when it comes to, some of the ways that they have, and some of the things that may have came from that. What's the King of Swords with the Chariot? What's the King of Swords with the Chariot? Because this is like somebody possibly dealing with someone that's, moving forward away from them. You know what I'm saying? What's the King of Swords with the Chariot? Clarify the King of Swords with the Chariot. Reigns of Swords. What's going on here? Wait, Reigns of Swords. Because a Cancer could be moving on from whoever this King of Swords is, man or woman. Could be moving on from a Gemini. What's this King of Swords with the Chariot? When it rains, it pours. Give me some more on this. When it rains, it pours. Clarify. Clarify when it rains, it pours. And you got the Queen of Wands again. What's the King of Swords with the Chariot? What's the King of Swords with the Chariot? So you got the Queen of Wands. You got the Empress at the bottom of the deck. And you got the sun. The moon in reverse. Pisces energy. So somebody is getting some clarity. Like somebody's gaining, some type of truth and clarity out of something that maybe was hidden or something that, was meant to confuse, them or you about them. Empress. I don't know why I'm getting somebody could have got somebody pregnant or celebrated with them about over something. Don't have to be the situation, but yeah. Somebody looking at whatever clarity they done got, like when it comes to how they saw something. I feel like somebody in the past may have been confused or was made to, see something as a secret or something that, you know what I'm saying, especially if somebody sees that whatever this secret is. High priestess, divine feminine energy. Like somebody knows that somebody's got some clarity about something now. So even if somebody moving forward and they see, they're going to have to deal with, let's just say they got somebody pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And they want to come back around to you. That's something that they going to have to accept. Whatever it was that you may have picked up on or got some clarity about, some downloads about, whether they told you or was honest, vulnerable enough or honest enough to tell you about it, you still know. So even if they want to come back around to you, that's something they're going to have to, be prepared to face, how that even came about. Like when that, you know what I'm saying? Like if you ask somebody, okay, well, how old is the baby? Oh, the baby 3 years old. You may have been separated from this person for 3 years. You may have been separated from this person 4 years. You may have been separated from this person 2 years, but the child 3 years old. You get what I'm saying? So either way, this person had something else going on with somebody, possibly at a time where they may have knew them and was involved with them prior to you and this person not being together anymore. Or them, ghosting you or you, walking away from them, however that turned out. You know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody actually realizing they going to have to deal with those questions that may come up, those situations that may have occurred, at a time where they may not have had a lot of control over them situations as they thought they did, or themselves. But this is forward movement. This is something that, that may be the last thing on somebody's list to have to face, in order for them to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? With they self or somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like even on their journey, they may be having to clear up some things, you know what I'm saying? Or know they're going to run into some people they're going to have to be on their square about. You know what I'm saying? Because these are people that may have, contributed to some of the decisions or bad choices that somebody made, but they may be people that they got skeletons with, you know what I'm saying? Past history with. But it's something that they're going to have to face moving forward if they want to be with this Queen of Wands. You know what I'm saying? Especially knowing that this Queen of Wands is getting some clarity, or they getting some clarity about this Queen of Wands knowing what they know. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, whether they come back around or whether they accept, you moving on, that's still something they have to deal with within themselves. You know what I'm saying? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You got the Empress at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. Taurus with the Queen of with the Empress, Cancer with the Three of Cups. somebody wants to celebrate. Like this is, somebody, possibly may have a baby on the way. Don't have to be, or someone could be celebrating some type of idea or um project or something like that they may be, starting or getting, what I'm saying, ready for, getting geared up toward. But it's also, somebody actually gathering to celebrate. Like somebody wants to celebrate, something that they feel like is a success. You know what I'm saying? There may be a proposal, partnership involved that somebody's going to be celebrating, but I feel like, yeah. Like if somebody was trying to use something as a way to like come back around with the Ace of Swords, yeah, they not going to be able to do something. And I feel like that's why someone now feels like um they got a late start, or somebody, seeing something later on about something. So this ending may have already happened. But when it comes to the clarity that they know you done got, or no, they know that they finally have gotten, finally, yeah, somebody finally got some clarity. Like they gaining the truth about something that was hidden, or something that was made to look like, you know what I'm saying, it's a secret, or whatever secrets that somebody had is out. It's out. And it was at the bottom of the deck. This makeshift deck. Somebody being exposed as a hater. What's this moon in reverse about? Clarify the moon in reverse. What's the moon in reverse? What's the moon in reverse? Nine of Swords. Gemini. With the Eight of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Somebody feeling some type of way that you could have them blocked, or they could, no communication, no contact with somebody, but they also in their head about some things that may have been said that now, they, kind of reliving, you know what I'm saying, or they being reminded of something that, may have occurred that may have caused like a break in communication. And these swords could be, things that people done said, or people that got involved or had, a say in something that was meant to keep somebody in their head or keep them confused, or cause, some type of bad communication. Ace of Swords in reverse between somebody, like some miscommunication. Something was said to keep somebody in their head, or something, was meant to cloud somebody's judgment, or, make them, kind of overwhelmed by what was going on or what wasn't being said. Eight of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So now somebody feels like this. Not having something at a time, like I said, like if somebody got some clarity later on in the game, like it's giving somebody a hell of a lot to deal with going forward. Like if they want to move forward, it's like somebody playing catch up. They playing catch up. Like somebody may have thought they were so sneaky, they were so clever, they were this or that, that now they gonna have to deal with all that little activity that was going on, or the people or the ways that they had that, kind of confused things, made things harder to understand, or made things harder for them to come back from. With a Queen of Wands, Leo energy. Somebody could be a fire sign, don't have to be, it could be any fire sign. But this is about somebody like being in their head now about why they, what I'm saying, was seeing something or why something is not being communicated. Nine of Swords. Somebody could be born in 89. That's why I said of somebody being an astute businessman, but at the same time, I feel like somebody um, could be a business person, they could be an entrepreneur, they could be new to what they're doing, starting something new or getting ready to. But I feel like this is, somebody that may have lacked that ambition, like to do something in a timely fashion. And it's like now somebody is dealing with something that was said, some things that were not said, like I said. Because the Nine of Swords also talks about, past resentment. You know what I'm saying? About how something went. Like hating how something, turned out. Like hating that communication is the way it is, with somebody, especially like if they got some clarity, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, if somebody got some clarity now, Taurus as well, Virgo, Capricorn, if somebody got some clarity now, and want to move forward, it's like somebody realizing that somebody don't want to have nothing to do with them. Like it's like somebody saying, I don't want to talk, I don't want to nothing. Queen of Wands. Fool in reverse at the bottom of the deck too. Because like now somebody, has to decipher like what they want to do. If they want to go after their dreams or do they want to stay in this reality that they done created for themselves. Because I feel like if somebody was meant to be on a journey with you, if they were meant to be on a divine path with you, just using it as an example, they have to make a decision on whether they want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like somebody may have gotten the wires crossed or they got the wrong misconception of like what they thought something was going to be like when somebody walked away. If they thought, you walking away, or somebody thought when you walked away, they walked away, whoever walked away, that life was gonna be like this, things were gonna be like that, and especially if they thought, the D was that good, you would be back around. Didn't happen. Full in reverse. And they gonna have to be okay with whether they thought that was gonna get them where they thought they was gonna go, and actually accepting, that it ain't all somebody was, what I'm saying, caught up in, or it wasn't that at all. And if they want to still be with this person, because I feel like if somebody thought this is like somebody that don't really have much to offer, or they feel like they really ain't got much to offer but some wood, some D, you know what I'm saying, or some P. If they felt like that's all they had to offer, and they were using it as a way, to feel like they was gonna seal the deal on a spot in somebody's life, that shit didn't work. If they felt like, oh, that person will be back around, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Like there's some delays, there's some things that done came up, there's some changes that done happen, there's some unseen blockages that somebody didn't realize was going to, they didn't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But they in their head about why something is the way it is now with this Nine of Swords. Because they getting clarity about the truth about the situation. And like if they finding out now what they actions were, or what their mindset was then, or what somebody's mindset was then, was not what they thought it was. Somebody is stronger mentally and emotionally, sexually than they thought. Like, I don't know if they dealt with some people that was weak minded, in weak form in that area, or they made it seem like, how when people want to, try to be more than, make something more than what it is, like overextending, or, trying to improvise, some extra shit, you know what I'm saying? Or, man, that person didn't like that man, because I bet you if I get back around that person and go in there and lay it down real good, like that person gonna be right, they're gonna be all right. No. They may have had people that done told them that that's what it took, or they really thought that that's what that was, and they went back around somebody and they was like a revolving door. Like they went back around, made somebody feel like, it's on and popping this up now, and they get what they want, and then it lasts good for a while, and then it's over. You back to what you was dealing with before when you cut them off. It's like that. And if somebody thought that that was going to be how something was going to go a while ago, ain't like that. And the longer something continues, it's making it that much harder for somebody to accept where something is at right now. Like if you ain't talking to this person right now, no contact, no communication, and they thought that wood was going to make you come back around, it hasn't. But the fact that they let this much time go by thinking that made it even harder for them to come back around. Clarify, you let your D game go to your head. Who is this? Let their D game go to their head. Who is this? Let your D game go to your head. Clarify. Yeah. Got the Four Swords in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, and the Seven of Wands. With the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I said that shit. Like somebody now, possibly looking at how they want to somebody not talking to whoever this is, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or the fact that somebody, now ain't where this Nine of Swords got somebody like almost ill. Like they could be dealing with a lot of headaches. They could be dealing with some, anxiety or depression, when it comes to them actually like being to where they can't communicate or say something, when it comes to their behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever this imprint reverse, and this imprint reverse is a, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would say a gigolo, but somebody definitely, having to deal with the fact that they ain't heard from you, probably ain't gonna hear from you if they thought you was somebody that was stuck on them like that, or that the way you felt about them had something to do with they would in the first place, or they was telling people that. This person now, I'm talking about, they sick. This person, child, and then they see that you know what I'm saying. If they got complacent, like if they, had that moment with you where, you did, go fall back into that loop with them or something like that, it's like you learned your lesson with that shit. Cause like now it's like saying Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Aries, Leo, Sage. Like somebody is standing, they looking at the fact that shit, somebody like, no, I'm not finna keep doing that. Like somebody could have been complacent at one time. You know what I'm saying? And allowing something or settling, with something the way it was, or thinking that, it was good that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's better this way. I'm hearing that song by George Michael that says, "Guilty feet of God know where you are, so it's easy to pretend. I should have known better than to waste this chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you." Yeah. Like somebody wishing now that they had to, been the way this emperor reversed the way they were. Because somebody was low down, like somebody was, I don't know, somebody thought they was I don't know what you heard about me, but you can't get a dollar out of me. A PIMP. Okay? And they could have been, you know what I'm saying, at that moment with you feeling like, they were gonna be this way, you know what I'm saying? But at this point it's like somebody saying they may have been complacent at one time, but somebody ready to face whatever challenges they gonna have to face with the chariot out here and this 7 of Wands for this 10 of Cups. And they may be feeling like, or you could have been feeling like you were fighting a losing battle with somebody, especially, when it came to, or they may be feeling like that. Especially now that they realize that it ain't about that wood. It's about that little engine that could. You hear me? It's about that little engine that could. Because somebody thought, what would, you know what I'm saying, what could, wouldn't. And fucked around and found fucked around and found out. Clarify the 4 of Swords in reverse. If your D game go to your head, what's the 4 of Swords in reverse? The Tower. Somebody shot, child. Telling you. Shot 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Aries energy. Yeah, somebody realizing shit. You was a lesson learned. It was a lesson learned, child. It ain't nothing to play with. Somebody was a lesson learned. Cause now like somebody in a tower. Like they getting karma. Like they can feel like this, they karma. But I feel like, this is like somebody actually, right now like resisting change, or they shocked, by the chaos, or they shocked, by the things that's taking place, that they feel like, is Like the tower talks about, resisting change, but it also talks about some of the things that, may occur, for something, to be the way it is. Like it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And it's like somebody not dealing well, with having to, you know what I'm saying, accept that them resisting change and them not wanting to accept, certain things just can't be. You just can't be a certain way toward everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to do things. It's a way to treat people. So at the end of the day, like if you don't have really no self-respect for yourself, you're not going to have it for others either. You know what I'm saying? It starts with you. Like they say, it starts at home. But if you got the support of people that got the similar behavior, then shit, you probably gonna do something and be a certain way for a long time. Especially if you feel like you got people around you that's on the same level, like they agree with the same shit you're doing. So it's gonna take you a while to even, you know what I'm saying, look at bad behavior and patterns as a problem, or see it even as a pattern. You know what I'm saying, with yourself. I feel like somebody was a lesson learned, or somebody like everything ain't what you think it is. Cause it's for this tower got somebody feeling some type of way, like somebody, yeah. And I also feel like somebody is shocked that another person, is still ain't, interested in talking to them. Aries with this tower, got Leo out here with the 7 of Wands. Like somebody shocked that, somebody done learned their lesson. Oh, this person, or they see you as a lesson learned. Aries, Leo say, like somebody seeing that shit now. Somebody can have fire in their chart. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, like yeah. Clarify this tower. What's the tower with the 4 swords in reverse? What's the tower with the 4 swords in reverse? Clarify. Tower with the 4 swords in reverse. Yeah, 5 of Wands. With the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck now. Capricorn energy. Because like now somebody dealing with, the competition they may have put you in, being this Emperor in reverse. Like somebody, I'm saying, somebody must have thought they was a pimp or something. They may have had people that was around them for what they was putting down or how they were putting it down. But baby, somebody is like, listen, it ain't that. This ain't that, and that ain't this. And get the and get the fuck on down. Yeah. If if somebody was that full of themselves, they could have ate themselves for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, because it ain't it's just it's not given. That's what that what I'm saying, that was the mindset to have, and I don't even feel like an emperor in reverse at this point. Feel like they was even an emperor at all, especially if they can't get every. It's like a pimp that can't get all their hoes back. If the pimp got to go get unemployment because the hoes failed to return, we in trouble. He in trouble, bro. Shit ain't looking good. It ain't looking good at all. You gonna have to get workman's comp now, cause shit. If you build it, they will come, except for one. Oh my God. Fix it, God. Fix it. Fix it. Got the Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck with the Sun in reverse. So now, somebody, looking at how things could have been, especially, when it comes to them, knowing now, time, heals a lot of things, but it's about, them actually having to allow something, that they didn't take action in to balance itself out. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody gonna have, the wheel of fortune is always turning. So when it comes to somebody's opportunity, to be in that place where they can redeem themselves and actually come back from this, like they're gonna have to wait for that time to come back around to them, because it's not gonna be something that they can determine by this. You know what I'm saying? Or using some type of superficial, materialistic or premeditated way of, you know what I'm saying, trying to personally, manipulate the energy, to do get something done. Like it ain't gonna happen. And them resisting change is only, to their detriment. Because I feel like, when you don't want to make the necessary changes to obtain some type of position or outcome or some type of success, then don't expect it. Because if somebody tell you, you got to meet these requirements in order to fulfill this position or these obligations, or we can't hire you, or we can't use you, we won't be able to, get anything done if you can't do this or do that. So we do need you to do this or do. If you can't, then okay, now I'm gonna have to go on to the next person. That's just facts. That's just law. You know what I'm saying? But now somebody's dealing with the fact that they could be having some conflicting, issues, that they having to deal with themselves, when it comes to Aries Leo says. Like somebody is dealing with maybe some competition, or they dealing with some demons, that they know they're gonna have to fight moving forward, when it comes to this tower. Because these could be a lot of arguments. This could be a lot of different people, um, battling, and you know what I'm saying, like trying to, or they battling back and forth with themselves and others, when it comes to what they going through, or the fact that they not talking to that one person. So if this person had 7 of Cups, like they had other options, they had other, distractions going on, they had other things that were entertaining, conversation wise and action wise, like somebody was, kind of caught up and easily manipulated. So especially if them things was working for them, and that big D energy, like it just caused a lot of, what I'm saying, ruckus now, as far as them having to deal with the issues they done found themselves in by the choices they made, the actions they took. And if they ain't dealing with it now, they know they're gonna have to deal with that shit moving forward. With the Chariot, with the moon in reverse. You know what I'm saying? So getting that clarity and understanding exactly, what they were not seeing, or what was, by them trying to confuse another person or make somebody see something differently, really just made shit harder for them. It made it harder for themselves. It's like realizing that the prize was really in that Cracker Jack box that you threw away, that you said you didn't want no more. Or, well, yeah, I don't think I'm I ate one, I kind of didn't like, I didn't think I was going to like them, so I threw it away. Yeah, but the prize that they was talking about was in that box. You didn't have to eat it, you just needed to open it. You see what I'm saying? It's like somebody didn't really need to see the big picture right away. They just needed to make the necessary changes in order to say that they wanted something better. All they had to do was change their way of thinking, change their attitude, change their ways, or a way about them. And they could have got that much closer to this moon in reverse, instead of complicating something that wasn't meant to be complicated. Something was not meant to be hard to accomplish. But when you make some fucked up choices, you know what I'm saying, based on what you think works without on everybody else, or worked in, 2-3 years ago, may not work this year. Every year proves to be different, for a lot of people in certain situations all the time. So now somebody, dealing with this tower when it comes to arguments and chaos and, things that may be going on now that they big D energy can't even fix. it didn't cause more problems than a little bit. Clarify this Emperor in reverse. And if it ain't started now, it's to come, especially when they dealing with the things that they know they took action in toward another person. If they put you in a silent competition with a lot of different people, or the fact that they, felt like they needed to compete, or they were gonna make you compete for them or something like that, or they felt, something that they were trying to get a response to or a reaction to get an answer or to get you to fall in line or some shit like that. Like, yeah. Now they battling, different people getting into it with each other, them arguing with different people, even with their damn self. What's the Emperor in reverse? And your big D energy go to your head. What's the Emperor in reverse? Clarify the Emperor in reverse. Clarify the Emperor in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. With the Star in reverse. Somebody took a loss. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Somebody took a loss. It's like somebody lost, not just financially, but somebody lost, when it came to prosperity. Like what they thought, being this PIMP was going to bring, it didn't. Now somebody, is whatever groundwork or whatever somebody was trying to start up or whatever, if they were trying to, you know what I'm saying? Let's just say this person wanted to be a male escort. Business is slow right now. Eight of wands in reverse. Business slow right now. But at the end of the day, like they're gonna have to accept, whatever little small coins they get from something. You know what I'm saying? By, making some type of change or actually, looking at something in a different light. Because at this point, the only way they're gonna get back on top of the wheel is to be consistent, be persistent. They're gonna have to keep, working at whatever it is that they need to get back on their feet if they want to see, some type of, success happen. Like somebody gonna have to be persistent. They're gonna have to be patient, but they're gonna have to be persistent. So if they want something to come from, thinking this way in the first place, they're gonna have to change their way of thinking and realign themselves with this Star in reverse. Yeah. Page of Swords in reverse. Because I feel like somebody see another person as a star. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I also feel like somebody don't, like somebody wants something more with a person. They just don't know where to start. But the point is, they need to start with themselves. Be persistent with what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because this is like somebody was trying to, get something out of being this Emperor in reverse, which was really only coming in a small, coming in small increments. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, you can't be in this mindset and think that, that's going to be something that's going to work on everybody or that's going to work for very long, anyway. And when it comes to getting something out of that successfully. Because somebody didn't realize just how in alignment somebody else was. And they wasn't in alignment. Like this Emperor in reverse was not in alignment with this Queen of Wands or Star. Somebody was not in alignment with them at the time. That's why them trying to convince themselves that, being in this big D energy was going to bring somebody back around. No. What's the Emperor in reverse with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse? What's the Emperor in reverse? With the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Pentacles. What I said. Now they having to be persistent if they won't, you know what I'm saying, be patient but be persistent. Because they gonna need to, balance some things out, find, what it is that they need to be putting their energy and their self and their time and shit into, because at this point, like, time is money. Energy is money. You know what I'm saying? So at this point they juggling. Like, somebody gonna have to prioritize. They making a choice. All this shit was a choice. You know what I'm saying? Four wands at the bottom of the deck with the Five of Pentacles, Four Cups to the Sun. So somebody wants, possibly, a union, or they want to establish something, with you, or they want to be established, but it's like, they gonna have to, deal with some insecurities, or they could be dealing with, Five of Pentacles, like they may be coming back from a loss, or they gonna have to deal with, whatever they karma is, and it could be the fact that they gonna be dealing with maybe some employment issues, or somebody's dealing with, how they see their money. Like, they may have to ask for help now. But this is like somebody wanting, somebody, to wait on them. Like this card said. Like, these cards going into this other card. Because somebody, is not accepting any offers or anything like that, or they don't want you to, but they not accepting any offers, mainly because they see happiness with you. You know what I'm saying? But somebody was neglecting, like, they true calling, they purpose. Because this PIMP wasn't it. This shit had them at the bottom of the wheel the whole damn time. Like, somebody cooperating. Hoes ain't cooperating with you. What's the Seven of Wands? What's the Seven of Wands? Clarify the Seven of Wands. You got the Nine of Wands, Sagittarius, with the Hermit in reverse. So somebody recovering now. You could be recovering. Aries, Leo, Sag, somebody recovering now. And it's about somebody standing their ground, when it comes to the things that they know somebody else may have made them aware of. Three of Wands after learning their lesson, because you got the Hermit in reverse at the bottom of the deck now, Virgo energy, to the Lovers. And somebody, at one time was like long overdue for a change. Long overdue. Something was like something was past the time of them having to do this shadow work. Like, something they needed to do, like, a long time ago. Like, this person could be an older person, but like I said, and I always tell people, just because a person age is what it is, don't mean maturity come with age. Maturity come with experience, lessons, getting them, applying them when you move forward. You know what I'm saying? And them lessons that you apply to situations moving forward, when you get the assignment, may not make some people, happy with you. You know what I'm saying, in the process. But that hints the fact why you ain't gonna have a lot of friends. Honestly, that's what what's his name? Dick Gregory, I think that was his name. Was saying, people like, oh, I got a lot of friends. Well, shit, you must ain't saying the right thing. Because when you saying the right thing and you speaking a lot of truth, people don't like you. There's a lot of people that ain't gonna like you. So if you thinking your truth is gonna draw a bunch of, like-minded people in, it ain't. Very few is gonna show up and be genuinely grateful that you showed up and that you part of their soul tribe, and they gonna support you. Whether it's in the comments or in person or both. But not too many people like hearing the truth. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it ain't coming from them. Yeah, like, it's like real. Everybody wants somebody to keep it real with them until you stepping on their damn toes or saying something fucked up about them that's true. They heard it before. That's why they get mad about it. They heard that shit before. You ain't telling them nothing they ain't heard before. But we all got our, our highs and our lows. You know what I'm saying? But it's what we doing about it. You know what I'm saying? Because some people want you to be a people pleaser just because they know you got some imperfections. You know what I'm saying? Or you got some flaws. Or you got some mishaps. You know what I'm saying? Which could be just past stuff. But I want to see why this person won't let you go because they want you to wait on them. Clarify, he won't let you go because he wants you to wait on him. Who is this? Won't let you go. Won't let go because he wants you to wait on him. Clarify. Won't let you go because he wants you to wait on him. Damn. You got the damn. 999 can be significant. You got the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. Somebody see your ass as success, a wish come true. They see you as somebody very abundant, spiritually as above, so below. Somebody sees you as somebody, that's successful, that success is all around you. This person may have, felt like how things, was going between you and them, may have, picked things up in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like they may have had, more people come towards them because of being with you. Or they may have had, more people come towards them from the time they met you. They may think their life and their money and their status and all that may have all picked up. But not when you walked away. Somebody sees you as somebody that's abundant. Like they see you as somebody that's self-efficient. But at the same time, like this is somebody that may have had a lot of success. They may have had a lot of options, a lot of success. But this is also, somebody that wants to have something with you. But even though they know you don't need them, they know you don't need them. You're already self-efficient. You're already abundant in your own right. Whether this person got more than you or you know what I'm saying, somebody next to you, a coworker, somebody, family member, you may know some people that got more than you right now. That ain't what I'm talking about. If you want to claim that, then claim that. But when it comes to your abundance, when it comes to the goodness that you come with, that was what you surrounded by, like somebody sees success with you. Like they see, like somebody feel like they hit the lottery. You know what I'm saying? You a wish come true. But they, you know what I'm saying? This is why somebody don't want to let go. They don't want to let go of you. Not even, you know what I'm saying, for a second. Not even for a second. And the 7 of Swords, the 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse, like somebody knows that they, some type of betrayal or something like that, is the reason why they have to reevaluate how they saw themselves, how they saw you. Aries, Leo, Sag, the way somebody saw you or the way you saw you, like, yeah. It's like somebody realizing, it's like somebody saying, I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? I know my worth. And if you don't know yours, if you don't know my worth, I'm not going to wait for you to, figure the shit out either. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is. Like you had to, it's like taking your power back. And if an emperor reverse, a father figure, a baby father, or whoever this is that comes to mind for you, you may have kids with this person, may not. But it's like somebody doesn't have, a lot of self-control, a lot of self-discipline when it comes to, how they move around and how they, use, they self sexually, as a way to like bring, success or bring some type of prosperity in for them. So at the end of the day, this person don't want to let go, but they know you self-efficient. They know whatever you need, you have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have it, you can get it. And it don't have to come from them. And you don't need them to get this 10 of cups. The 9 of cups either. Like, you don't need this person. But they gonna have to decide, or you have to decide, full in reverse, if you wanna, stay where you are, you know what I'm saying, and follow your dreams, or stay where you are in the reality that you done made for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, if it's something that you really want, go after it. But don't be naive thinking that somebody is not going to go towards their dreams without you. Like, they can let that happen, but then it's gonna be a lot of resentment for them doing that, you know what I'm saying, based on the fact that they did it with somebody else in mind. You know what I'm saying? So, what's the 9 of Pentacles with the 9 of Cups? Clarify. What's the 9 of Pentacles with the 9 of Cups? Yeah, 8 of Wands. Yeah, Spirit said that's the truth. You got the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Somebody making some clarity. Getting some clarity, making some sound decisions, but this is also about somebody, going through some type of spiritual, mental growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody has really, put themselves out there, to go through this alignment to get the truth about what it is they need to see or what direction they need to go in. 3 of Cups in reverse with the 7 of Pentacles. Queen of Cups in reverse, yeah. Somebody with a Queen of Cups in reverse that, is possibly like watching them, or they know this person, or this Queen of Cups so know this person watching you. Because now somebody's like kind of, so I would say they kind of done held back and held off, or they holding back. Mm-hmm. Somebody see you like, making big changes. Like moving, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could be wanting to travel towards you with this 8 of Wands to make a sound decision with this Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, especially I feel like somebody got some information or seeing something, and it's like somebody got caught at a time where when they got some answers, like something took a while, and it's like somebody like playing catch up. Yeah, somebody watching you because it's something ending, with a Queen of Cups, Empress in reverse. I can't make it up. It's at the bottom of the deck. Like, this Queen of Cups in reverse, this Empress is in reverse, the 7 of Cups is in reverse. Somebody done. They are done. Hmm. And it's leaving somebody else, at the bottom of the wheel now with this Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Like, it's got somebody coming in hot now, towards Aries, Leo, Sag. What's this 8 of Wands? We're gonna close out. What's the 8 of Wands? What's the 8 of Wands? Something was in the past, like this revolving door was something that was it's a thing of the past now. What's the 8 of Wands? want you to wait on him. Don't want to let go. He won't let go. Somebody moving fast. They making some swift action to get away. They're traveling away from an Empress in reverse. Who is this that won't let go? Won't let go? Yeah, somebody manifesting. Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Mm-hmm. See what this person actions on. What's their future actions moving forward in this situation? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. What's their future actions moving forward, my collective? What's the future actions in this situation moving forward? Are they watching Seven of Pentacles? What's their future actions moving forward with the Seven of Pentacles? What's their future actions moving forward in this situation for my collective? Future actions moving forward. Clarify future actions moving forward. What's their actions moving forward? With the Seven of Pentacles, what's the Seven of Pentacles? You got the King of Wands. Somebody watching you work, but I feel like future actions moving forward, like somebody gonna be there's a King of Wands that possibly wants to come towards you. This could be somebody like they could be younger than you. You could be younger than this person. Because this is somebody that's got status. This is like somebody that's, um, got wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like they good provider as well. You got the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Pisces energy with the Temperance. Somebody gonna have to let go and let God. Because I feel like somebody, may have Like somebody could be, saving money right now. Or somebody could be afraid of like how something might go, especially if they feel like, somebody's, fixed in their ways or they saving money right now. Somebody could be penny pinching. Yeah. I feel like somebody watching you to see if a king of wands is coming towards you. Yeah, because whoever this is, Eight of Cups, somebody walking away, Pisces energy. But it's about somebody, knowing that they know wherever they at ain't working. It didn't turn out like they, was expecting. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like someone knows that they gonna have to, not have to, they want to walk away because whatever it is that they was working at one time, it's not anymore. It's not anymore. So now it's, about them having to move forward, knowing, that somebody else is not, or they not selling for anything less. So when it comes to somebody, they watching you, somebody watching you, build and grow. Like they, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody could be, this is why somebody don't want to let go. They want you to, they wait, want you to wait on them. But they may be looking at the fact that they may have to let go. You know what I'm saying? Eight of Cups. And they're just going to have to watch you, build and grow, with somebody else that is willing to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't about, a big D energy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like somebody knowing that you're not going to settle for anything less. Or they feel that way. They not, they know that you're not going to settle for anything less. Even if they do come back around. Because right behind this Eight of Cups is this Temperance. Like somebody finding balance, cooperating now, possibly with the universe, with their ancestors and things like that, when it comes to them um, being, in this fixed attitude mindset, or the fact that they having to save money now. You know what I'm saying? They could be penny pinching now. So it may be getting in the way of them being able to travel, to do something at a swift pace, or it did at one time. But I'm going to end it here. Collective, again, this is Divine Eye Mystic Tarot. Until next time, you guys, make sure you hit the like, that subscribe button on your way out. And those of you that genuinely love me, know that I love you too. Mwah. Bye.